Let me tell you something, right now as you're reading this, a revolution is happening. It's not on Wall Street, it's not in some fancy boardroom in Silicon Valley, it's happening in garages, in spare bedrooms, and on late-night video calls between friends. This is the AI gold rush of 2025. People think you need $1 billion and 1,000 PhDs to get in the game. They are dead wrong. The game has changed. The gatekeepers have been kicked to the curb. All the expensive, complicated stuff that used to hold people back, it's getting cheaper, faster, and more accessible every single day. The playing field is being leveled, and the winners won't be the ones with the deepest pockets. The winners will be the ones who are hungry, smart, and willing to outwork everyone else. You see these headlines about massive tech companies pouring billions into their AI labs. It's intimidating. Let me tell you about Sarah and Ben from Austin, Texas. 2 years ago, they were working dead-end jobs. Sarah was a freelance writer drowning in transcription work. Ben was a junior software developer tired of building boring corporate websites. They had student loans, rent to pay less than $5,000 in savings between them. But they had an idea. Sarah complained constantly automated transcription services were terrible and inaccurate, especially for content with multiple speakers' heavy jargon. Ben figured he could build something better using open-source AI models for speech recognition. That was the spark. They didn't rent a fancy office. Their headquarters was Ben's garage, hot in the summer, cold in the winter. They spent nights and weekends hunched over laptops fueled by cheap coffee and a shared obsession. They weren't trying to build an everything-for-everyone tool. They focused on one thing: creating hyper-accurate transcriptions. Here's another story for you. This one is about a team of 3 out of rural Iowa. Not exactly a tech hub, right? Wrong. Tech is everywhere solutions are needed. Jake, farmer's son; Maria, computer science grad student; Kevin, drone enthusiast. Jake saw his family struggle with crop diseases. A small patch of blight could go unnoticed for weeks, then wipe out huge sections, costing tens of thousands. He knew there had to be a better way than walking the fields and hoping. They brainstormed. What if drones monitored crops from above? Kevin had the drone skills. Maria had computer vision AI skills. Jake knew the problem. Agrivision. Simple idea, brilliant execution. Drones flew automated patterns, capturing high-res images. Then they trained an AI to analyze those images. It flagged early signs of common crop diseases, nutrient deficiencies, pest infestations, sometimes days before the human eye could spot them. No funding, built prototype from a used commercial drone and their own laptops. So how is this all happening? It's not magic, it's about the democratization of powerful technology. For years, building anything with AI meant needing a supercomputer and a team of researchers. That's over. The single biggest game changer: accessible, pre-trained AI models. OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, a massive open-source community. They've spent billions building foundational models. Your job isn't to rebuild the engine, build a race car around it. Access world-class AI with a simple API call. Think of it like electricity. You don't need to build a power plant to turn on a light, you just plug into the grid. APIs are the new electrical outlets. Plug into a large language model to generate text. Plug into a diffusion model to create images. Plug into a speech-to-text model to process audio. Small teams fine-tune these general-purpose tools for specific tasks. Add a unique data set. Build a user-friendly interface. Create a valuable product. API first slashes development time and costs. Years and millions to weeks and thousands. Cloud computing is another massive piece. Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure. Having great tech is one thing. Making money from it is a whole different ballgame. The successful small AI teams of 2025 aren't just tech wizards. They're smart business operators. The most dominant model we're seeing is the hyper-focused software as a service, or SaaS. It's beautiful in its simplicity. Instead of selling a one-time product, you sell a subscription. Monthly subscription. Annual subscription. A service that continuously provides value. This creates predictable recurring revenue, the holy grail of any business. It turns customers into partners who fund your ongoing development and improvement. The key to a successful AI SaaS is solving a small, expensive problem. Don't try to boil the ocean. Find a very specific, painful process for a specific group of professionals. SynthScribe, transcription for podcasters, Agrivision, crop disease detection for farmers. The task costs businesses a lot of time. The task costs businesses a lot of money. They offer an AI solution that does it 10 times better, 10 times faster, 10 times cheaper. The subscription price starts to look like a bargain. The goal, become an indispensable tool for a niche audience. Another winning strategy is the pick and shovel model. So, you're fired up, you have an idea. What do you actually need to know and use to build it? Let's talk about the toolkit for the modern AI hustler. First, skills. You don't all need to be PhD-level machine learning engineers. A winning team is a blend of talent. You need at least one person, the builder, who is comfortable with code. They should know Python, which is the language of AI. They need to understand how to work with APIs, PyTorch, TensorFlow to fine-tune existing models. They don't need to be a genius, but they need to be able to build and iterate quickly. Next, you need the visionary or the domain expert. This is the person who understands the customer's problem better than anyone else. And finally, you need the hustler. In a two-person team, people often wear multiple hats, but these three core skill sets, building, vision, and hustle, must be covered. Now for the software tools. Your best friend is going to be GitHub. For the AI part, you'll be spending a lot of time on platforms like Hugging Face. For building the actual application and user interface, you can use no-code or low-code tools like Bubble. Let me be crystal clear about something. I couldn't care less where you went to school. I don't care what your GPA was. In AI startups, your customers care even less. The great equalizer in business right now is drive. It's that fire in your belly. It makes you work when everyone else is watching Netflix. It's the obsession that keeps you thinking about your customer's problem. In the shower, on your commute, when you're trying to fall asleep. They don't teach that at Harvard Business School. You either have it or you don't. Look at the stories we've talked about. These weren't people with perfect resumes. They didn't have a network of wealthy investors. They were regular people frustrated with the status quo. I'm not going to lie to you and say it's easy. Building a company from nothing is the hardest thing you will ever do. It's a 24/7 grind. There are no shortcuts. There will be days when everything goes wrong. A bug will crash your entire system right before a major demo. A key customer will churn for a reason you don't understand. You'll run low on money and wonder if you'll be able to make rent. You'll feel exhausted, stressed, and full of doubt. Every single entrepreneur goes through this. This is the price of admission. It's the test that weeds out the talkers from the doers. We've talked about the opportunity. We've seen the stories of real people, just like you, who have built incredible businesses. The tech, the business models, the skills you need. We've been honest about the grind it takes to succeed. Now there's only one thing left, it's you. It's your idea, it's your decision. The excuses are gone, the gatekeepers are gone. The barriers to entry have never been lower. Start building.